To begin with, we're going to use a tracer to make a circle. This could be a tracer like what I have or a container top. Then we're going to take a coffee filter and fold it up so that you can fit it into a glass of water. You're going to get the entire coffee filter full of water. Now, when you open this up, it might become a little fragile, so open it carefully, but even if it rips, it's not a big deal. You're going to place the coffee filter so it fits into the circle. It should be kind of wrinkly when you do this. Now we're moving on to semi-moist temper cakes. You can use watercolors as well, but semi-moist temper cakes works a lot brighter and bolder, and it mixes really nicely together. So we're using yellow and blue, and we're thinking about the earth. Wait a minute, there's no yellow on the earth. No, but when you watch here, you're going to see the blue and the yellow mix together. When that happens, it makes a gorgeous green. So the blue is going to stay blue, and the yellow and blue are going to mix to make the green. This is going to make somewhat of an earth-looking shape. We want to make sure that there's some blue spots and some green spots on our artwork. Now we're going to go ahead and add some fingerprints around the earth. So you can use any medium for this. Paints, you can use watercolors, you can use an ink pad, but what I'm going to use is the temper cakes that we were using earlier. So the temper cake is still wet, so what I'm doing is pressing my finger gently into the semi-moist temper cake and then bringing it over to the outside of the earth. I'm going to have these fingerprints all over my earth, on the outside that is. Notice I'm sticking with one color and I'm going around the whole entire earth first. Then I can move to my other color. I have blue for my other color, but if the yellow and the blue mix, we know that it makes green, so that's an okay thing too. You're going to add your fingerprints until it fills up the entire outside of our image. Okay, now we have our earth done, we have our fingerprints, we have to let it completely dry. And this is my favorite part, is after it is completely dry, we're going to carefully remove our coffee filter. Now look at how cool the coffee filter is. Don't throw it away, we'll figure out something to do with it. But let's look at our artwork. Wow, it actually looks like an earth. That's cool. So now we're going to take those fingerprints and make them into the things we love about the earth. For me, I love the green plants, trees and flowers. So that's the first thing I'm thinking about. Notice that I move my page around to kind of look at this in a new way. So I'm making some Y trees, making some flowers in just a moment. I'm spreading these out so I don't have like a clump of trees all next to each other. I'm thinking about flowers now. So I'm creating a flower here. And then I'm going to turn my page, find a new place for a flower. All right, one thing I love about this earth is the green and the plant life. Another thing that I love about this earth is sea creatures. Anything that's in the water is really interesting to me. So I'm starting out with an octopus here. How many legs do I have to give an octopus? Yep, I have to give it 8, so I'm trying to find places for all of them. Adding those little tiny suckers on the ends of the legs, adding a cute little face. There we go, one sea creature done. I'll add some fish and think of anything else that might go in the water, maybe a snail. Changing these fingerprints into something under the water might be an option for you. Then I just started thinking about the wildlife. So anything from as small as insects, like this bee that I'm creating, to something as big as a giraffe. I'm going to make this one into a giraffe. You can see that my pen pauses sometimes. I need to look at my notes to get ideas, but sometimes I might just have to think a few minutes. What will I turn this dot into? Here we have a giraffe. Got a little tail and adding those little spots on top. Ooh, that's super cute. I'm going to go ahead and continue to add animals, birds, insects on the rest of these dots. All right, take a look at all of the things I started adding on the outside of my earth. I tried to change every single fingerprint into something. Now I'm making the earth look more like the earth. So what my marker is doing is going around the landforms and the water. So I'm just kind of finding some green, bringing my marker around, going around the edges as well, finding the water, finding the land, going around the edges. I'm going to do that around the entire earth that I have created, and that's going to just bring that out a little brighter, a little bolder, and make it look more like the earth.